most common accidents we see in our office are hit and run accidents. And these are tough because there's really only two ways you can recover. In this video, I'm gonna go over what your best chances are at collecting after you've been involved in an accident where the driver flees the scene. First, it's really important, if you can, to collect as much information as possible at the scene. Now, I know this is difficult because the whole point of these types of accidents is the driver is actively fleeing the scene. However, while we don't recommend chasing after them, we do recommend, if you can, get any sort of photographs, a license plate, any other identifying information that you possibly can while you're at the scene. Also, call the police as soon as possible. Let them know that the driver just hit you and that they're fleeing the scene, and if you can give them a license plate number while you're on the phone, that's typically helpful as well. The police will then gather all the information that you've given them, and they will do their own investigation to try and find the person that fled the scene. If they're able to find them and get their insurance coverage, great, then we can proceed like it's any other personal injury case, and we can make a claim against the at-fault driver's insurance for any damages related to the accident. If the police are not able to track down who the driver is that fled the scene of the accident, our office may still be able to find a policy if you've collected enough information, such as the license plate of the vehicle. If we're unable to find a policy and the police are unable to determine who fled the scene of the accident, the only other way you can recover is if you have what's called uninsured motorist coverage. I've linked the video in the description below if you want a more in-depth look at what underinsured motorist vehicle coverage is. However, in general, it's a separate coverage that you can have on your policy that protects you in this scenario specifically. When the driver that hits you flees from the scene of the accident and there's no insurance but your own to cover you. In that situation, if you do have uninsured motorist coverage, then we basically proceed like any other case. We get you set up for medical treatment, we monitor your treatment, collect all your medical bills and records, and send a demand to your insurance company and negotiate a settlement for you. If you've been involved in a hit and run accident, give us a call as soon as possible. We'd be happy to help. 702-381-8888.